my gosh. Oh, jeez. What a pathetic display of performance by some of you fools this season. What a joke. All of you should be ashamed of yourself to the highest extent of the law. It's ridiculous. I mean, you all should be persecuted to the extent of the law due to the ineptitude of all of you. We're going to go over some of the same things per the usual. I would like to dedicate this video in honor of Evan's bank account due to the excessive use of money and assets at the ABC store after what might have been the most insane loss I've personally ever seen in our league. Galt, you get fed, my boy. We'll get into that. Y'all know what time it is. It's the trash bag. It's your number one seed. The trash bag. I'm in 3 leagues. I got to buy in all of them. I wanted some time off for my family. My time, my players, they needed rest. I gave them rest. I'm a good father. Let's go into what we're gonna call the postseason finessing video. We're gonna go over the same things per the usual. Number of phones, all of you. The most pathetic team, storylines, what did we learn, prop bets. What did we learn? What did we learn this week? We have learned the spoon shows no partial. It shows no partial. It is an object, a tangible object that has shown no partial against or toward anybody. Evan, what he was able to do against Scoggins a few weeks ago was just disgusting. The amount of spoon feeding was just abysmally painful to even witness. And then what happened to him was equally as painful to witness. It was just absolutely insanity. And like I said, so Scoggins over Evan that week, or Evan beat Scoggins, and then he got fed, putting Evan into a situation where he could get in the playoffs, and then the spoon got snatched right out of his anus per the spoon gods. We have me. I mean, I get fed here and there. Despite all my injuries, I've had the spoon feedings this season. The only person that even Clay, of all his spoon feedings, he did lose cup. I mean, it shows no partial. So this season has been one of the more equitable seasons we've ever seen. Just a fair amount of finessing and spoon feedings from the spoon himself, and I would like to thank it for a equitable season to really see who gets fed the most. So we got let's see what else. What else did we learn? Tony Pollard is here to stay. I'm tired of it. Of course, naturally, Cheese is able to pluck another running back that was a nobody that's now a somebody. It's every single season. It's like the 6th season now, and it's starting to get slightly frustrating. I'm not going to lie to you. At least he's not number 1 this year. I think this will be the first season, unless Derrick Henry just does Derrick Henry things the next couple weeks. I think this will be the first season he hasn't had the number 1 running back in, I think it's at least 5 years, but he's going to have a top 5 running back with Tony Pollard, and he got him in like the 11th round. It's insanity. I'm tired of it. I'll be sure to take him in the 1st round next year just to make sure Cheese doesn't, and then Cheese will pick up another random that'll do the same thing next year. It's just a cycle. You can't dodge it. There's nothing you can do to try to beat Cheese's spoon with that. That's the only time the spoon shows partial, is when giving Cheese a running back. Giving Cheese 2 running backs to where he don't have to worry about anything else. The rest of his team could be and is garbage, and it doesn't matter because he's got 2 absolute studs at running back. I think he's got the number, last time I looked, I think it's 2 and 5. You kidding me? Yeah, so like I said, he's here to stay, and I didn't think it was going to happen, but he's here to stay. He's given the same product over and over and over to the last little bit, and I don't think that's going to change. Call no Apple on giving the same product over and over and over again. And again, we'll piggyback off this. What else did we learn? Cheese's spoon is strong enough to propel him despite the lack of engagement. He hasn't really been engaged, hasn't even been doing, I think he's traded the least in this league, even less than Clay. I think Clay's even traded more, and he has the number 3 seed, and not due to the fact his roster's any good. He does not have that many points in this league. He just kind of gets spoon-fed. Like, I don't really know how to say that. Connor Clay on not having a lot of points and getting spoon-fed. Connor Calder on getting spoon-fed. Gary has wrapped up one of the most pathetic performances we have ever seen. Oh, and call no 2022 halftime performance on being the most pathetic performance we've ever seen, or any Jay-Z concert of all time. But yeah, Gary had. I think Gary's record is. Don't quote me. I think 3-11 or 2-12. I don't know which. Regardless, it's awful. I think it's switched. I think mine's 11-3 and Gary's 3-11. I couldn't imagine being that bad. I just couldn't. So Godspeed, Gary. But yeah. We got, what else do we got here? And finally, Clay and I have sustained utter dominance this entire season. Both of us 11-3. Despite what spoons may or may not have happened this season, 11-3 is what we are. A combined record of 22-6. I mean, that's just kind of ridiculous. We've got people who have succeeded a good bit over the last couple years, and I don't really particularly see that stopping anytime soon. And what else we got? Oh, storylines. Evan needed 3 yards. Rest in peace to Evan's sanity. Godspeed, Spider-Man. The lack of spoon feeding is disgusting in Evan's favor. It's disgusting in Galt's favor. I've never in my life witnessed such anti-spoon feedings from Evan. I literally have never witnessed that in my life. Cheese beat Alex and secured a very surprising 3 seed. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Call no Tennessee Titans on getting a seed that they probably don't particularly deserve. The dude's he's got the 3rd best record in the league. I don't get it. Calder's continual roasting toward him and his lack of engagement, just for Cheese and Calder's record to be flipped is honestly just just a big slap in the face if you're Calder, if you're a part of Calder's camp. It's just a giant slap in the face, and honestly, Calder should be ashamed of himself. Just really, honestly. Let's see what else. Let's see. And again, Calder beat Gary, cementing Gary as the worst player in this league. And the battle of the inepts now begins with the consolation bracket, the Gary Invitational, as some would call it. Calder 2020 election on battling for the inepts, and we've got. I think Calder would be the. I think it's Gary is the worst. Scoggins is the second worst. I don't know if Calder and Evan have the same record. I can't think off the top. I think Calder actually has more points if they are. But either way, they're both really awful. So, I mean, it does not matter. I digress. Skeet would have been nonetheless too pleased had he been a part of this Gary Invitational. But the spoon also preferred him due to the lack of elasticity of Kyler Murray's ACL. And that piggyback off the last thing, Skeet beat me on the back of Miles Sanders, and the lack of elasticity of Kyler Murray's said ACL. High man and low man. Clay has continued to score. Like, here's the thing about Clay. Here's what really gets my rocks off. Pause. He is always like first, second, or third in highest points scored, but it's only when there's not a lot of points scored. It's the weirdest thing. I don't get it. I really don't get. I don't get how he's always in this conversation, like top 3 or 4, but he's bottom 5 or 6 in points scored. But he's always in the conversation with high man, and he's always got high man. He's got high man several times. That's why I proclaimed a spoon feeding bestowed upon him by whomever may have his hand on him. Clay was at 119, and again, our Gary is this. He's him. Whole club is looking at you. See, Gary got low. He got real low. Gary got low. Gary is so bad, he cemented himself as one of the worst players we've ever seen. He's really bad. So bad. Gary got low for the 5th time this season. He's really bad. Gary, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You haven't even been trading a lot, honestly. And honestly, all of a sudden I don't get it. I just don't understand how it's even possible that you are where you are. Like you didn't. I don't know. Maybe next year trade more. Don't get Finesse as often. The little times you do, pick better QB2s rather than Russell Wilson and Mac Jones. I don't understand that. Anyway, I digress. Most pathetic teams, the Raiders. 16-17 is our final score. You let Baker Mayfield walk up and down the field for 97 yards like a branded steed, like a sheep getting sheared. How? But Baker Mayfield had literally been in. He had literally been in house. He had literally been in the room for like 5 minutes, and then he did that. I don't get it. And I don't even know how he got involved. I don't even know how he got there at all. Like, he's not really that good. I don't even know how he got involved with the Los Angeles Rams, and much less witnessed a little bit of success. Calling out Biden on being somewhere where he probably shouldn't be. I don't get it. The Cowboys. I don't care if they won. I do not care if they won. You hear me? Do you hear me, FBI agent that's following this league? I don't care. I don't care. I do not care. 27-23. That you beat the 1-11 Texans by far in the last 30 seconds. How? Their best player went out. They had a revolving door of quarterbacks. Call it BMW on having a revolving door of employees. What happened? I don't get it. I don't get it. You are supposed to be one of them guys this year that's supposed to make a little bit of noise in the playoffs. The only noise, I'm not watching it. I'm not going to watch it if you're going to parade around and put up that kind of product. I'm not just doing it. It's really, really embarrassing. Honestly, the fact that they were able to bring the W home is a little bit stressful to me, honestly. It's probably undeserving. Connor Brittany Griner on getting to come home undeservingly. But it really bothers me a lot. I just don't understand how this continues to happen. The Cowboys, the whole NFC East, and the Giants, don't even get me started. They're just not good at football. And Daniel Jones, he is at the top of my bucket list to not like. He is just not that good. I digress. The Buccaneers, 35-7. 35-7. I mean, are you kidding me? To Brock Purdy? Mr. Irrelevant. It's like that's like me losing to Gary, right? I'm the self-proclaimed GOAT, losing to the last pick of the draft. Brock Purdy? Are you kidding me? Who is that? It sounds like Venom off Spider-Man. Who is that? Who is Brock Purdy? Well, I'll tell you who he is. He's biologically Tom Brady's father. I'm so tired of Tom Brady. It's over. This is officially done it. Tom Brady is not the greatest football player of all time. He, quite frankly, not even the greatest quarterback of all time. I'm not even going to do this. And don't come at me. Don't come at me with rings unless you're going to keep the same energies with Bill Russell. I'm not doing this right now. Prop bets. Last week we hit all three. DK and Lockett this week, under 65 yards. I don't care if they got to get yards somewhere. It won't be from them. It won't. The 49ers are one of the more elite defenses I've ever seen. In every metric. It's insane. And Joey Bosa, I'm sorry, he should be in the conversation for MVP. I digress. Moving forward. Josh Allen, 1.5 passing tutties. I would imagine this is probably so low because I think it's supposed to be a little bit of bad weather. Pending even a slight decrease in what the forecast says. I'm taking the over for 1.5 tutties. Jalen Hurts, 239 passing yards against Chicago. Give me thems. Over. Chicago is horrible, and their defense is equally as pathetic. I don't see him getting. I think he smashes. Right? I think he smashes. Anyway, we're gonna go through the playoff matchups, and then we'll get started. Clay and I again have the bye. The top scores of the league are on my side. I literally think it's the top three scores: me, Alex, and Galt, all on my side. I don't really get that. 1, 4, and 5. Something's fishy there. Alex and Galt play. That's going to be fun. I can't wait. They're separated by about 6 points right now, projected. Skeet, a.k.a. Murray's ACL fan club, plays your number 3 cheese, the cheese bag. The number 3 seed, the Cheesematic. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm saying it. The battle for last place, Gary and Scoggins. The battle for last place begins now. Calder and Evan, that's the battle. This list is to see who sucks the least among the group of people who suck the most. Don't suck the least. Don't suck the most. Anyway, the buys, Clay and myself, and that's about it. Next week it would be me versus Alex or Galt, and Clay versus Cheese or Skeet. And winner of that, we'll see in the championship. That's all I got, guys. Y'all know what time it is. It's the trash bag. Y'all make sure y'all keep finessing, or you're going to get finessed. We have made it. It was a fun season. It's time to make enemies. It is not time to make friends. Here we go. Cheese, you get fed. Alex, you get fed. Galt, you cannot be able to sleep with that spoon up your anus. Clay, make sure it's one of them bendy spoons. I would hate for it to burst your colon. Evan, Godspeed, Spider-Man. Trash bag outie.